What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the JDW SportsTalkShow, where every fan is welcome. We're looking to get the 2024 season underway, and we're going to get it underway on a very strong note. The Baltimore Ravens heading to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, and they're looking for their revenge on top of that. They're on the revenge tour, man. They want their revenge. They want to get to the Super Bowl this year and say, nah, we want to spoil that three-peat, but you can't do that in week one. And even if the Baltimore Ravens do win in week one, they're probably going to have to play the Chiefs again come January, late January. We know both of these teams will be there late unless, either team has a lot of injuries or just something crazy happens. You never know. NFL is wild sometimes. But Kansas City Chiefs at home taking on the Baltimore Ravens tonight to kick off the 2024 NFL season. Make sure you give me your predictions for tonight. I want to hear what you think, who's going to win, score prediction, player of the game, that kind of stuff. So, injuries. Pretty much a clear slate. Pretty much a blank canvas. Only injury we have is wide receiver Hollywood Brown for the Kansas City Chiefs. But it's really not going to be... I don't think it's going to be horrible. Chiefs have a better receivers this year. They have a couple more. Justin Watson's coming back from the injury. Juju Smith-Schuster, we'll see what we get from him. He's a bit of a wild card sometimes. Never know what you're going to get from him. Xavier Worthy, I think I already said him. Rashee Rice. I'm missing one. And Hollywood, who was actually hurt. So, you're not going to have him, but you do have a couple of extra guys for a change. And so, all right. Here are the storylines for the game. Baltimore Ravens, we'll start with them. Run the damn ball, man. One of the big reasons why the Ravens lost in the conference championship is because they didn't run the damn ball. And I feel like that's one of the Chiefs' weaknesses. I feel like that's where you can get them this year as well. Run that ball, and the Ravens have a strong offensive line. Run the damn ball. Derrick Henry, Keaton Mitchell. You have Lamar Jackson. Pound the freaking ball, man. Throw it when you need to. Run. The Ravens can finally do what they want to do. They're gonna have Derrick Henry. They're gonna have Keaton Mitchell. Hopefully they stay healthy because that has been the Ravens' issue the last couple of years and why they have not been able to run the damn football. Injuries. But now you have Derrick Henry, a monster, tank. Come on, man. You got to run Derrick Henry 20 times this game. Run him 20 plus times. Lamar, he's going to carry the ball out. Keaton Mitchell, throw him in there once in a while. Just throw, or just run the damn football, man. That was a problem in the conference championship. Run the damn football. And, don't let Patrick Mahomes get the ball too much. There always used to be the thing where you say, and we still say it all the time, if you could run the football and keep the opposing offense off the field, can make them frustrated, can keep them out of the rhythm. That's just not the case for Patrick Mahomes. You can't get him out of the rhythm. You cannot slow him down no matter how long you keep him off the field. He's not really going to get frustrated. He'll get frustrated when he's on the field more at his other players, and maybe you get him to think about that. Maybe it has an effect, but, you usually, man, Patrick Mahomes, you're not going to slow him down. You're not going to knock him out of rhythm. So just run the damn ball, though. Play to your strengths anyways. And, talking about Patrick Mahomes and this Chiefs offense, Zach Orr, the Michigan guy, coming up from Michigan, getting ready to, and he's really going to have a test week one. We're straight away going to get a good look at Patrick Mahomes, what the NFL is all about. The speedy Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, and Watson. He's really going to get a good look at the best offense in the NFL. So Zach Orr, we're going to see how he looks. We're going to see how this defense looks. I'm sure he'll have this defense flying around, looking really good, getting that blitz game in there, and just doing what you could against Patrick Mahomes. Try to slow him down at the very least. Not easy to do. Not many teams could do it, if any. But Zach Orr is really going to get a good test in week one, and then the AFC Conference Championship rematch, right? So, that was actually the same thing I was going to put in the bottom for the Chiefs. I'm not sure why that is something different. I definitely screw that up. But AFC Conference Championship rematch, that's going to be the storyline, third storyline for the Chiefs and the Ravens. Okay, Chiefs, no Hollywood Brown. We talked about that a little bit earlier. The Chiefs should be fine, no Hollywood, but at the end of the day, they do have they still have quite a bit of receivers. Like I mentioned, you have Rashee Rice, who looked good at times last year. You have Xavier Worthy, the speedy guy you drafted this year. Very speedy, very fast. That's going to help stretch the field. And, whenever you get really fast receivers and Patrick Mahomes, sometimes, there's fireworks, Tyreek Hill. Remember when we had Tyreek Hill? But, also remember that just because they're very fast doesn't mean they're going to be very good. So, or a dynamic player at that. So, you have Juju, Justin Watson, we said. They have a couple of guys that can step up and make plays, and the Ravens aren't really going to know who to cover. You know what I mean? Even if Hollywood is there, that's even better because it's going to make the room that much deeper. But even without Hollywood, man, I mean, it's still a deep receiver room. And I mean, none of them are really incredible. I mean, Rashee Rice has had a nice stretch last season, and he looked really good. But I mean, if you get what I'm trying to say, you have so many receivers, it's going to be hard for the Ravens just to pinpoint one. You cannot just pinpoint one, except for Travis Kelce. I almost forgot about Travis Kelce, man. And, one of the best tight ends in the league, if not the best. I don't think he's the best. I do have a couple of guys who I think are better. Well, not a couple. One, I'll say George Kittle. I like George Kittle a little more than Travis Kelce. He can really block, and I think he's just as good, if not better, in the receiving department. But besides that, no Hollywood. No Hollywood, but you have Travis Kelce, and you have the speedy guys who, you have Xavier Rhodes who's going to stretch the field for Travis Kelce. I mean, the Chiefs still have a good receiver room, a good up to down receiver room, and they're going to look just fine. I don't think they're going to miss a beat. So, next one is, this isn't really for the game itself, but 3 Super Bowls in a row. Can the Kansas City Chiefs win 3 Super Bowls in a row? Do you think so? I'd like to hear if you guys think that they, I think, they absolutely could. That's without a doubt, but will they? Let's hope Joe Burrow stays healthy, Lamar Jackson stays healthy, Josh Allen stays healthy and gets in the playoffs. Let's hope that someone, somewhere, somehow can knock the Kansas City Chiefs off in the playoffs. And if there's a team out there, they're probably playing them week 1. They're playing the Ravens. These are one of the teams that could knock the Kansas City Chiefs off in the playoffs. They could spoil their three-peat. The Bills could. The Bengals could. And then you start to look at the NFC for some teams as well. Maybe even the Jets. Aaron Rodgers coming back. How good would that defense be this year? Dolphins, they have the offense, but their offensive line is a little worrisome. And we saw what happened last year. If it was warmer, wonder if that would have made a difference, which absolutely makes it that much more difficult. But at the same time, Dolphins did just struggle in certain departments. Offensive line couldn't get pressure on Mahomes. But bottom line question is, could the Kansas City Chiefs win 3 Super Bowls in a row? I'm very, very intrigued to see if they could do it. It'd be cool. It'd be annoying. But could they? They might, and they very well could. If Mahomes stays healthy all season, Travis Kelce stays healthy all season, for the most part, they stay healthy, they're probably going to, it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me at all. But like I said, once again, the AFC are going to have some of the best in the AFC, which we really don't know. I think it's going to be the Packers. I think the Packers can come out of the NFC. I love the Packers. I think they're very good this year. Jordan Love, he looked absolutely incredible down the stretch last season. And yes, they have their next, and Aaron Rodgers, it seems, Brett Favre, the Rodgers, the Love. It's just absolutely wild. The Packers keep on getting away with this, man. But, it is what it is. And then you're going to have the Lions. Of course, they're going to be the top Niners, all those guys. And, probably not the Cowboys. They just Falcons. I think the Falcons are an underdog. Not sure they can make it to the Super Bowl, but I mean, they have really good players. They made really good improvements, and I think the Falcons have a chance to. But those are the teams the Chiefs would face in the NFC. But do they win 3 Super Bowls in a row? I don't know. They could, and they might, and they could very well just do it. But the last storyline, like I said, it was the same as on the other side for the third one. I don't know where that came from. Running defense will need to be strong. But, it will need to be strong, so it actually works. I guess it was actually right. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm just overthinking things. But running defense will need to be strong, man. That is absolutely the truth. If they cannot stop the run, it's going to open up the passing game even more for the Ravens. But that's something that the Chiefs are capable of doing. Even though one of their weaknesses are, against the run, they can still very well stop the run at a high level. You still have Chris Jones, George Karlaftis. They have a lot of really good guys on the defensive line. But you are going up against one of the most dynamic, if not the most dynamic running game in the NFL. You have Jackson, Henry, Keaton Mitchell, and then you're going to have guys like Rashad Bateman who could just, and they're going to get screens going good. Rashad Bateman could do some sweeps from the slot spot and all that. And I don't know, man. It's going to be hard for them to stop the run, but they're obviously that's going to be their focal point. You have to find a way to slow it down. It's going to be tough. It will. But Mike Donna, and I was just looking up their depth chart because I knew there was someone I was missing. And Mike Donna, I mean, man, he was awesome last year. He was awesome at times. I mean, Felix Anaduke, like him. Derek Nottie, he can do a good job as well. I mean, the loss of L'Jarius Sneed is...
Welcome to another live stream tutorial.
Did not mean to do that. But, I mean, they did lose L'Jarius Sneed, so that sucks. But, they still have really good linebackers, still have some really good safeties, man. But Trent McDuffie, I think he could step up. He's going to step up and look good. The rest of the corners, we'll see. We'll see what they can do. But I think the defensive line is going to help those guys in the secondary. But how much? How much help, are they going to need? But, at the end of the day, they are, the Ravens are going to want to run the football a lot. So, running defense will need to be strong. And we already talked about the AFC Conference Championship. I mean, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning. It's just a good storyline going into it. Can the Ravens finally get to win over the Chiefs? I'm not sure if Lamar Jackson has ever beaten Mahomes yet. He might have once, but I don't think so. So let's see if Lamar can get that monkey off the back so he's not thinking about it all season long. But even, that would create, a new thing of motivation for him, I guess. But if you can't get the monkey off your back in week 1, will you ever? But, hey, man, my prediction, I have the Baltimore Ravens doing it. I have them doing it, man. I have Lamar Jackson in that running game just going away, pounding away at the Chiefs' defense, and that's how the Ravens are going to win this game. I mean, they're going to be able to throw the football. Lamar Jackson is elite in both categories. I mean, running the football, throwing the football. He's got all those weapons, man. I think that Baltimore, they're going to come out firing, and the Chiefs are going to lose in week 1. Now, will this be a precursor to the Chiefs getting a three-peat and winning the Super Bowl again? Will the Chiefs really lose 2 home openers in a row? At home at that, like I just said. I don't think so. I don't know why I just said I don't think so, because I picked the Baltimore Ravens to win. I think the Ravens are going to win 27-24. But, I wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs win either. Wouldn't be shocked if the Chiefs win. But, I think I'm going bold. I think I'm going bold here because I think a lot of people are picking the Chiefs. But I just think the Ravens. It's gut feeling, and it's just what I'm feeling. It's just what I'm thinking. So I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, guys, that's going to be it. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show. Thank you for tuning in to the preview of your Thursday of the opening to kick off the 2024 NFL season. I feel like this was a little choppy, but I'm not in my normal setting either. So, I don't know. I just felt like I was a little choppy. Got to get better. But, hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on so you don't miss any future videos. This is the JDW Sports Talk Show signing off.